Trigger warnings for mentions or depictions of CSAM/CP, incest, abuse, general shitty behavior, and many what the fucks. Viewer discretion is advised. Surprise, shawty! I didn't think I'd have to talk about something this soon, but, sorry, I was cracking my knuckles. So, y'all heard the trigger warnings. I know y'all confused. But before we get into it, hey, I'm Kid Vampire or Apple Ghoul. You can call me Cuds, you can call me whatever. I don't give a fuck. Today's episode is brought to you by Seabones. If you don't know who that is, neither did I. Trust me, we all know about them little piracy sites. We all know about them. Don't play with me. I be on them piracy sites. I be reading comics for free. Don't play with me. And today I read one that I was not happy to have come across. Did not realize what the fuck I was getting into. Yeah, so this shit contains incestuous relationships, and plenty of child pornography / CSAM. Not cool at all. Will admit that. Was sitting there looking at this shit like, what the fuck did I just read? And that shit compelled me to go through a rabbit hole of all of the parts of this series that are even out so far. And the fact that there is nobody talking about this, like, I was genuinely, like, I felt like I was scavenging the internet to look for somebody who has spoken about this. Nobody said anything. So I am compelled to believe that there is nobody out there who has ever heard of this. And that's crazy to me because of how vile and disgusting this shit is. Like, the characters as is are already pretty fucking young. I'm talking like in the 16 to 17, 15 range. But this person ages them down to draw porn of them as well. So I'm like losing my marbles because I feel delusional. I feel like everybody else has never heard of this shit. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. There are people actively praising this comic for its story. Honey, I can't see the story through the fog of incest. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let me just get into it, because I got screenshots upon screenshots upon screenshots. The thumbnail's gonna look crazy. Y'all know all them people telling me to censor. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad this time. Don't play with me. It's I'm gonna get demonetized. The video wasn't even monetized. You know how crazy that is? Not the point. Yeah, so let me get my talking points. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with the characters and who the main character is. So we have two main characters. One is a sophomore aged boy named Comet, and he's a trans guy. And then the second one is a junior aged biological male named Hank. And these two characters are supposed to be love interests. Cute, right? Little high school story, right? Wrong! All kinds of wrong. So, a lot transpires within, like, the first chapter alone, where Comet and Hank and Comet's older brother have, like, some type of beef, right? I want you to keep in mind, Comet's older brother, Cupid, is 20 years old to my knowledge. Is, like, roughly in his 20s. Like, he's over age. I think he's 20. I'll correct myself on screen if he's not. But he's old as fuck. Like, he's too damn old to be beefing with high school kids. And he has smashed this kid's car, so he couldn't get to school. That shit, I was like, what the actual fuck? I already know you got mental issues. I already know something wrong with you. And this is all because, allegedly, Hank had already been picking on Comet. That's what the backstory is saying. We were not shown that. I don't know why I'm defending this fictional character like this, but I think that's crazy because grown-ass man, by the way, you know? But, so, Comet and Hank are supposed to be, like, love interest, soulmates type of shit. And this witch in the story, she, like, curses them, and it gives them the ability to swap bodies and shit, but they always do it on accident. Or they did it on accident the one time that they were able to. And a lot of this comic is really shittily paced, and it's just backstories for the most part, and it's really annoying to sit through. Not the point. It's not what we're here for. But within the first chapter, there is already a scene of Comet masturbating. We didn't need to see that. We didn't. It's very explicit in nature. It'll be on screen and censored because this is one of those things I actually can't get away with showing you guys uncensored because my shit will be striked. Like, that's how bad it is. It's not like some fucking grayscale fucking sketch. It's like a full-on rendered piece, like that this person posted as a part of their comic series. And it's certainly a concerning start to the series, right? Later on in the same chapter, uh essentially Hank tries to like hold Comet as like collateral to get his brother to pay up the money, or else he's gonna beat his ass essentially, because his brother cost him $3,500 in damages, which is crazy to me. Like, Cupid need to calm down. Cupid too damn old for this. You're how old again? Destroying little kids' cars? Okay, bruh. So that happens, and then there's a whole thing where they realize they don't have fucking service because they're out in the forest, in the mountains. They were supposed to be on a field trip, by the way. They're all the way out in the mountains, so there's no cell service. And Hank is like, "Fuck! I was supposed to contact his brother through his phone to sit there and get my money for my fucking car." So then, fucking Comet's over here giggling because he's like, "Oh, you didn't know there was no Wi-Fi up in the mountains, huh?" And Hank goes ahead and he's about to beat him up. Problem is that classic trope where they pin somebody to the wall and it's like, oh, this is so hot type shit. And this is where shit gets extra fucking weird, because then Comet asks him if he wants to have sex with him, essentially. And that he'll help relieve his stress. I'm so sorry, by the way. Comet looks extremely childlike in this scene in comparison to how he's drawn in the rest of the comic and in other illustrations of him. He looks little. Like, he looks like I'm sorry, Hank looks like a grown-ass man next to him to me. His face is so round and babyish in comparison to everyone else's faces. It's just, you want him to look as young as possible so you can be weird. Like, that's what that's giving to me. And that's the first chapter alone. You'll see all of that on screen because I might have to censor some of that. But then in another chapter, because I'm not going into this in order because not all of the chapters need to be talked about. But in another chapter, there is a lot of implied sexual abuse between very young, untransitioned Comet and his father. Also with some random dude, by the way, and in one of those relations charts, the author admitted that other person had been an quote-unquote ex-booty call for Comet. This man was completely grown when Comet was like 6. This man was grown as hell. Like, this man was over age when Comet was 6. And they was over here fucking while he was in high school. Are you serious right now? Oh, and we're not even getting into the crazy part, too, because, like, there's drawings of Comet having intercourse or being raped, essentially, by his father and his brother. There's also multiple illustrations of Hank or Comet being sexually assaulted by each other. And it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what would possess you to sit there and like, fully draw out this shit and think, yeah, I'm gonna post this. And think, yeah, this is okay to draw. To the point where you do it more than once. They have drawn Comet de-aged or aged down. just to draw pornography of him, and it's really gross, truly. It it feels so gross. And there's even an illustration of Comet all bruised up with a bunch of self-harm scars and with a mysterious white substance dripping from his insides, and that is certainly a scene. And I am so sorry, but I know there's vent art and shit, but this is too far. I know dark topics are a thing. This is too far. I know there are characters that have been sexually assaulted or raped by family members. This is not that. This is not what that is. This is fetish work. This is fetish art. This person is going out of their way to sit there and make inappropriate illustrations of their characters for the sake of it. Like, because they think it's hot. That's what they're reading. That's what they're making, and that's what their audience is reading. And to me, that is wild that nobody has said anything to them yet. Like, oh my god. Like, literally, bro, in one of the scenes, bro, Cupid literally acknowledges to... He was, like, having a conversation with Comet. It was basically one-sided. It was supposed to be, like, an apology thing. And Comet and Hank had swapped bodies. And he acknowledges that he and Comet were having intercourse at one point in time, or that they frequently have intercourse, backslash, essentially, Cupid frequently rapes him. And Hank in in Comet's body is literally like, dude, this whole fucking family are freaks. What the fuck is going on? But the worst part is that they sit there and continuously try to make this relationship happen between these two characters. And like I said, the whole plot is supposed to be like essentially like soulmate driven. And I'm like, what in the actual fuck have you just created? Like, what is this and why is it a thing? Like, I just genuinely do not understand how this got past everybody's radar. Like, what the hell? And like I said, their father is certainly a fucking character. Very abusive, which is okay to depict in media. But I feel like it just throws the cherry on top of the cake when you're drawing very graphic pictures of your character sexually assaulting their child. And mind you, Comet and Cupid's father had passed away at some point in the story, when they were way younger than they are now, to my knowledge. And so in these drawings, Comet is depicted as severely underage and being touched inappropriately by his father. And I just don't understand why that's something, like, this person genuinely thought was, like, a good idea to draw. Like, what the hell? Excuse me? Like, oh my fucking word. But yeah, I just thought I should, like, post a video and, like, raise awareness about it, because nobody else is gonna do it. Nobody knows what this is. Nobody has ever heard of this. And I'm pretty sure the username Seabones is a fucking alias. Like, I'm pretty sure this is, like, basically a pen name, and that this person exists on a completely other account where they don't even post these characters. Because genuinely, I am like I cannot fathom that nobody has figured out this. Clearly this person mustn't post on anything else. Their tweets are protected on Twitter. And I feel like that's how you know they're posting some weird fucking shit. And that's how you know they're being a weirdo. And they've had their account, like, reported before. So, and I wasn't gonna follow them to see what they were posting, because that's just weird to me. But yeah, there's that. Thank you so much for watching. I really thought somebody should say something, because if everybody's just like, oh, somebody else is gonna say it, nobody's gonna say anything at all. So, here I am. This shit pissed me off. If you like my art and you like my characters, please feel free to check out my toy house. It's Apple Ghoul. The O is a 0 because I'm quirky. And my other socials, same handle. I post most on Instagram. I have like a consecutive total of 5 posts. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if I should make a Discord server so that way I can drop teasers and hints and you guys can help me pick my videos. Thank you so much. Goodbye.